Well, the Rams have traveled south to Columbia, South Carolina for an AAC matchup. Bluefield takes on Allen here in Columbia, South Carolina. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us as the Rams trying to snap back from a 4-game losing streak. Not very ceremonial here as Brianna Craig for Allen takes the ball away, and the Yellow Jackets will go left to right starting out in this one. Well, Bluefield lost this game back in November against Allen. That game 74-73, in which Bluefield letting up 74 points at home. Kicking the right block, Craig spins towards the basket and scores to make it 2-0 Allen University. Well, Allen starting out already, head coached by Jason James. Here comes Bluefield in the red jerseys, wearing those jerseys on the away side, going right to left. Preservati, Adrian Goodlet, Danae Cox, as well as Kara Bellanier and Emily Hart on the floor. Bellanier steps towards the lane and misses the layup with a left-hand rebound. Craig now taking the ball up on the other end. Here comes DeGraffenreich. Swings out left wing. Three, no good off the backboard on the other side by Sydney Brown, but tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Allen. 9-12 remaining first quarter. Bluefield coming off of 4 losses in a row. Just lost recently to Brenau in a game where they lost by 15 points. Kind of slowed down in the first half and then really kicked it up in the second half in a game that really Corey Mullins says that kind of got away from them. So now trying to get revenge here against Allen University, down 2-0. Well, the Rams still sitting at 8th in the AAC, trying to get into the tournament. 8th is what gets you into that tournament in Kingsport, Tennessee. Meanwhile, the game resumes. Camia Thomas swings out top of the key to Graffenreich. Danae Cox on the defense. Handoff on the other end to Kadeja Kennedy. Now back up top. Long two. Front rim bouncing around. Miss from Camia Thomas and a rebound snared by Danae Cox. Well, Danae Cox had 20 points in that loss to Brenau back on Saturday. Now she still has averaged pretty well, but Bluefield has really dropped off offensively. Only shot 33% in the loss to Brenau. Emily Hart with the chest pass right wing over to Preservati. 10 on the shot clock. Feeds free throw line. Goodlet pops and misses from 15 feet. Offensive board. Bellanier puts it on the deck and scores to tie the game in the left block. 2-2 here. 8:26 remaining first quarter. We're at Allen University as Allen comes into this one right around 6th in the AAC. A team that still has trying to find some sort of consistency here in the later goings of this season. Swings out right side. Thomas steps into the block, pops out from the baseline, misses the jumper. Rebound on the other end by Craig, and a whistle blows as Craig is charged with a walk on the turnover. 8:03 remaining first quarter. Now Bluefield forcing their first turnover of the game with just about 2 minutes elapsed as Goodlet chucks it up near the timeline for Emily Hart. Swings in the corner. Danae Cox pump fake, toes down the line. In trouble and swings it back out to Hart, but in the process walked. So Bluefield follows the turnover with a turnover of their own, and Danae Cox travels to give the ball back to Allen, wearing the yellow jerseys with the blue trim. Taking the ball up, it looks like it will be Kadeja Kennedy, the sophomore from Sumter, South Carolina. Still 2-2 here with 7:50 remaining in the first quarter. Dribbling right into the right wing. Here's DeGraffenreich. Takes the ball overhead and feeds into Brianna Craig. Kind of a mismatch as Craig bounces into the lane, goes for the basket, and scores. But before that, a charge drawn by Kiera Bellanier. So the score is still 2-2 with 7:43 remaining. And that's the first foul on either team. Craig going into the books. Craig kind of a bigger player, standing in at 6'1" from Flint, Michigan. Preservati kicks left side. Kiera Bellanier. She'll be matched up with Craig for the majority of the night. Another pass to Hannah Preservati in the right wing and zips it back top of the key. Danae Cox. Cox, the redshirt junior, in trouble, pivoting around and finally swings it up towards that Allen University logo for Hannah Preservati. Now towing down the line, misses the layup, an ugly one at that. Bellanier tried to go under the basket to tip the ball in, but couldn't keep the ball alive. So the clock still at 7:16 and the score still at 2-2. Bluefield with a full court press as Corey Mullins really tries to stress the defensive brand of Bluefield basketball. In the left corner, a three for Brown, back iron miss, and a good rebound snared on the right block by Danae Cox. So now Cox taking the ball across the midcourt line, pressured on the defense by Kadeja Kennedy. Hands off Hart, right wing. Now with Bluefield looking for their second basket with 6:52 remaining first quarter. Goodlet swings out left wing. Preservati goes inside the lane, toes for the layup, and blocked by Sydney Brown. She got the rebound as well as she feeds DeGraffenreich towards the top of the key, and Allen University looks to slow this one down. Coming off a win against Milligan, Allen trying to find some rhythm, and they do right there as Kadeja Kennedy Sydney Brown is fed by Rasacia de Graffenreich to make it 4-2 on the layup on the left block. So Bluefield down by 2 now. It is 4-2 Allen with just about 6:19 remaining first quarter. Danae Cox, pump fake from the top of the perimeter, zips out left side, Bell Lanier steps into a layup and clonks it in off the window. Verona to Verona connection as the two Richmond natives go for the assist and the score. 4-4, 6 minutes left to go first quarter as de Graffenreich starts to jog in lazily on the left wing. Just kind of a gallivanting stance as she swings out left side. Long two for Kamya Thomas. She missed and a rebound snared by Danae Cox. Zigzagging her way across the timeline. Bluefield all tied up at 4-4. Well, the Rams really have depended on their offense for energy, and that's something that needs to change if Bluefield wants to get rid of this losing streak. Emily Hart with a shot off the glass as she missed from the right side from about 5 feet. A rebound for Sydney Brown as she feeds it over to de Graffenreich. Jogging across midcourt, straight down the lane and backs out outside the perimeter. 5:24 remaining first quarter. Allen going left to right. Lob in the right block, tipped in the air by Bell Lanier. Snared by Sydney Brown. 5-footer, nothing but net. Bluefield thought they had a turnover, but instead Sydney Brown picked up the pieces for Allen and gives the Yellow Jackets the 6-4 lead. Still going right to left, Hannah Preservati looking for her first offensive stance in this game. Splits the double team, feeds Cox, pops from the right side and rattles the 10-footer in. Great mid-range shot as Autumn Hash is just about ready to check in for Bluefield. Ties the game up at 6-6, 4:50 remaining. Bluefield with a long court press. Hannah Preservati off the defense. Here's Sydney Brown. Another mid-range from the left baseline as she gets it to fall to make it 8-6. Both teams starting to pick up some sort of offensive momentum here. 4:37 remaining in the first quarter. Both teams starting to shoot well, and now Bluefield has to keep that energy the entire game. Already looking better than they did against Brenau as Danae Cox drills a shot from the right elbow. Had a screen from Kiera Bell Lanier. Now it's tied up 8-8 again. 4:20 remaining first quarter. Danae Cox bumping it into Graffenreich and sending the ball across the timeline, and that is a turnover on the backcourt violation. Buzzer sounds. Autumn Hash will check in for Bluefield, and so will Crockett, the freshman. So Goodlet also ready to check back in, even though she was just taken off. Emily Hart will go out of the game. Autumn Hash in. So Hash, one of the bigger forwards for Bluefield, as the bounce passes in for Hannah Preservati. Goodlet was not subbed down. She was merely the inbounds passer. As speaking of, pass not so great for the senior from Princeton, West Virginia. Went off of the hands of Jana Crockett and out of bounds right in front of the Allen bench. 8-8 the score, 6 minutes elapsed here as we are happy to have you on these audio-only broadcasts from Columbia, South Carolina. Off the screen, here's Sester Robinson. Feeds on the right wing for Kamya Thomas. A hip-high dribble, crossing inside the perimeter. Now feed on the other side for Letitia Brown. Back up top, Sydney Brown for three. Swish from the top of the key. It's 11-8 Allen. And looking to be bumped up right there, Danae Cox has to jog it off with a smile on her face off the contact. Hannah Preservati will take the ball just right across that Allen University logo as Corey Mullins tries to call out a new offense. Preservati chest pass over to Danae Cox, trading the ball around the arc as Bluefield cross-court lob. Goodlet arcs a three, nothing but net. The redshirt junior from Verona, Virginia hits her first triple of the game, and it's all tied up at 11-11. Letitia Brown in the corner for Thomas steps into a long two, nothing but net again. Both teams finding the open shots and drilling them. It's 13-11 after Kamya Thomas hit the swish from the right baseline from about 11 feet. So 3 minutes remaining first quarter. Hannah Preservati training the ball around. Here's Adrian Goodlet giving it right back to her point guard in the right block. Swings top of the key over to Crockett. Toes in the lane. Swings out to Cox. Cross-court lob. Preservati arcs the triple. Yes! Hannah Preservati puts her stamp on the game, and Bluefield now has the 14-13 lead. 2:39 remaining first quarter. Long press. Cross-court pass picked away by Cox. Outlets Crockett. Layup. Good from the left side. Great defensive stance for Bluefield. Now they've scored the past 5 points, 16-13. Press still on, bouncing over to Brown, feeds right side Thomas. Towing in the lane, Euro step, floats from 5, misses. Rebound, going for the shot, no good. And Sydney Brown will go to the line as that will be the first foul on Bluefield. So Sydney Brown, the freshman from Stone Mountain, Georgia, will be put into the books. And now Emily Hart checks back into the game, and Patrice Dotson will come in. Emily Hart going back into the game. No PA announcer here, so we're trying to guess who the foul is on her own. As Sydney Brown, the freshman, shoots with the chest, almost like a Sean Marion free throw shot, and misses. The ball just rattles around and comes out of the top of the cup. 2:18 remaining. Bluefield coming into this game in dire need of a win. Now with a record of 10-11, 7-9 in the AAC. It's Brown ready to shoot the second, and this time it goes and tickles the twine. Makes it 16-14. Rams still on top here against Allen. Emily Hart jogging the ball across midcourt now. She'll just spin around and have a chest pass out to Bell Lanier with 2:08 remaining. Rams looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Danae Cox, left wing, feeds Hart, top of the key. Back over to Bell Lanier, storming in the lane, looking for a floater. Instead, passes left side. Danae Cox, 9 to shoot. Bounce on the right block for Autumn Hash. Swings out Hart, top of the key. Crockett, 4 to shoot. Into the lane, spins, twirls, and scores with a bank shot from 5 feet. 18-14 now as Crockett hits a basket. Camia Thomas running into pressure, and a foul will be called on Danae Cox, her first and a team second. So just the team's second foul with 1:42 remaining in the first quarter. Kind of a cleanly played quarter for both teams. Sestra Robinson taking the ball across the timeline for Allen. Hands off Thomas, top of the key. Swings out of the screen, and now the ball punched loose by Autumn Hash. Thomas wrestling for it on the ground, and now a foul is called instead of a tie-up on Emily Hart. That'll be her first foul. 1:28 remaining, first quarter. And looks like the Rams really wanted a tie-up right there, but instead a foul called, and now an inbounds opportunity for Patrice Dotson from the left side. Checking in now for Sydney Brown will be Winter Straw. Straw, another big forward at 5'10". Dotson from the left side. Chest pass, Dotson, or rather to the Straw, and now she tries to get back top of the key and feeds it over to the point guard, Sestra Robinson. 1:20 remaining, first quarter. Crockett with her arms spread on the good defense. Here comes Robinson, zigzags, one arm pass on the right side. Over to Dotson, lob in the right block for Straw. Swings out left over to Brown. Euro step, layup off the side of the glass, but fouled hard. As it looked like Letitia Brown, the senior from Los Angeles, tried to step in, and that will be the fourth foul on Bluefield in this quarter, and the first one on Kiera Bell Lanier. It'll be 2 shots for Letitia Brown. Bluefield up 18-14, and they've already hit 2 threes in this one, courtesy of Danae Cox as well as Hannah Preservati. Now Letitia Brown talking it over with the officials here, making sure that she's all right because Bell Lanier kind of hacked her and she fell into the wall. First shot for Brown, swirls in and comes for 1 point. So now 18-15, Bluefield leading by 3. Danae Cox checking out for the first time in the game. 1:07 remaining, first quarter. Brown bends the knee, shoots, rattles around, miss, and a rebound for Bell Lanier. So she hit the first and missed the second. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Here comes Hannah Preservati jogging the ball across the far end of the sideline. Picks up her dribble, now in a double team. Gets out of it, and a timeout called by Corey Mullins right before she could chest pass the ball over to Tiana Crockett. 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter and 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Bluefield up by 3 here in Allen. Back here at Allen, Tiana Crockett ready to chest pass the ball in. Just about 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Bluefield leading by 3, 18-15. Now 10 to shoot on the right wing. Emily Hart feeds left block over to Autumn Hash. Zips out left wing. Preservati steps into a pass. Emily Hart for 3. Misses from the top of the key. Tipped around on the right block and finally picked away by Assester Robinson. Shot clock still on, 34 seconds remaining first quarter. As Robinson starts to backpedal her way out wearing the blue shoes, those Under Armours being sported by all of the Yellow Jackets here. Off of a screen, Robinson jogs into the right wing. One arm pass, top of the key, over to Dotson. Now feeds LaDisha Brown on the left wing. Toes down the baseline, looks for 2, and found on the layup on the left side of the basket with just 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. That will be on Emily, or rather on Kiara Bell-Lanier, her second foul. And now, just with about 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter, looks like Allen is in the bonus. Her shot for Brown, front rim, bounces onto the right side into the hands of Emily Hart. So no good. Rams still going to keep their lead going into this, 3-point lead going into the second free throw. LaDisha Brown tries again and scores. 18-16, Rams still up by 2 with a shot clock off. 15 seconds. Looks like a midcourt press for Allen. Preservati feeds left side to Crockett, punched out, and Crockett still picked it back up, zigzagging her way through. 6 seconds. Autumn Hash on the left side. Cross-court lob to Preservati. In the right wing. Buzzer about to sound. Bell-Lanier chucks it and bricks it off the backboard for the miss. Still, though, Rams lead by 2 going into the second quarter here at John Hurst Gymnasium, up on Allen University here in this AAC matchup. Rams and Yellow Jackets return to the floor for the second quarter. Bluefield up by 2 here at John Hurst Gymnasium in Columbia, South Carolina. Taking the ball across midcourt. Left to right go the Allen University Yellow Jackets into the first game for them. Jada Sleep for the first time, I should say. Robinson feeds top of the key to Dotson and sinks the triple as the ball rattles through the 10 to give Allen the 1-point lead. It's 19-18 as the Yellow Jackets drew up a perfect play to start out the second quarter. And in the left wing, here's Danae Cox. She's already hit a triple. Feeds left corner over to Kiara Bell-Lanier. Cross-court lob over to Preservati. Just working the ball around the perimeter, looking for the open tray. Preservati with the ball over her head. Feeds Danae Cox. Now the West Virginia native swings out to Cox. Launches a triple. Too hard. Tipped in the air. Looking for the rebound. Finally corralled by Emily Hart. And a whistle off of the ball. And it will be called a foul on Allen. A or rather they're going to restart the shot clock, making sure that it was right. And after that, no foul was called. Bluefield sets up with a new offense here. 9:10 remaining in this first half. Danae Cox on the left wing. Hard fake, steps in the perimeter, retreats out, cross-court lob, Preservati. Now with 15 to shoot on the right corner. Goodlet zips inside to Bellanier. Spins out, Cox just training the ball around the arc. Danae Cox, top of the key, chest pass, Hart. Feeds to Goodlet, layup on the right block. Clocks in, and Bluefield takes the lead. Well, they were just pinballing the ball around, and now the Rams have the 2019 lead with 8:43 remaining in the first half. And the right side, Jada Sleep feeds over to Winter Straw. Allen doing the same thing, looking for the open look out wide. As Esther Robinson decides to launch it from pro length and nails the triple from the left side. 22-20. Rams down by 2 now as both teams are just trading long shots. Danae Cox with the ball near that Yellow Jackets logo. As fans start to really pile their way in here for this AAC doubleheader. Right corner try, Adrian Goodlet misses from long range, tipped in the air, and finally hauled in for Allen from Patrice Dotson. Bounce pass on the other side for Robinson. Outlet Straw in the right block, but Kiera Bellanier got her left hand in the air and tipped that ball over to Emily Hart. Rams moving fast in transition and now slow it down with Preservati in the left wing. Now Hart pops from long range, misses the long two. Rebound caught by Winter Straw on the right block. 22-20, Allen on top by 2 as Robinson tries to elbow her way into the lane. No call there. Into the right corner goes Robinson. Out for the feed by Sydney Dotson. Now a long three, misses on the right side, and now Bluefield will get it back. That was Patrice Dotson, by the way. 7:26 remaining in the second quarter. Bluefield down by 2 as Danae Cox goes in hard with a head fake and retreats it back out to Hart. Ball moving around the arc as Bluefield starts to slow it down again. Bellanier launches from 15, air ball, rebound Patrice Dotson as the ball just fell into her chest. And with a hip-high dribble, taking the ball across midcourt, it's Sestra Robinson. 7 minutes left to go, second quarter. Bluefield matching up with the zone defense now. Danae Cox on the ball on Robinson as she walks over into the left wing. Haley Turman just about ready to check in as Danae Cox tips the pass in the air and comes away with a steal. Emily Hart working as the point guard, zigzagging down the middle, feeds Goodlet left wing. Now the Rams once again just slowing it down where no open lane was there. Bellanier going down the right baseline and traveled in the process. 6:39 left as the buzzer sounds. It looks like Haley Turman will come in for Kiera Bellanier. And the Rams still trailing by 2 with 6:39 remaining in the first half. Now both teams starting to slow it down just a little bit in the second quarter after coming out hot at the end of the first quarter, just trading haymakers. But now taking the ball across midcourt, it'll be Jada Sleet as Sestra Robinson will line up in the left wing. Sleet with a crossover dribble, loose ball, picked it up, hands off Robinson left wing. Danae Cox matched up with a point guard, hard dribbles from Robinson, storms in the lane, floats but fouled off of the ball by Emily Hart on the reach. Now Emily Hart with her second foul. It will be the first foul of the quarter for Bluefield, nearly 4 minutes in. And an inbounds opportunity for Sestra Robinson. 6:21 remaining in the first half. Buzzer sounds, Camia Thomas. And now checking into the game for the first time for Allen, it will be Kayla Pierce, sophomore from Lithonia, Georgia. That's what Allen's going to do. They're going to use a lot of players. Feed inside for Pierce, kicks out Thomas, top of the key. Adrian Goodlet starting to be on her like glue as Thomas retreats towards that Allen University logo. Beers right wing, picks up the ball, swings it down low over to Pierce. Looking for the layup, miss, got her own rebound, put back, it falls, and now it's a 4-point lead for Allen, 24-20. 5:58 left to go. Long chuck in the air for Adrian Goodlet, zips top of the key, Hart, hands off Preservati, back up on top of the arc. Around the arc they go. Here's back to Danae Cox, hard head fake, feeds Preservati, launches a triple, far right air ball, out of bounds, going the way of Allen University. Now Allen has scored the past couple of points and has a 2-possession lead over the Rams. They still need to find their energy because In the past couple of games, they really have lost it, and then they find it there in the fourth quarter when it might be too late. Now kicking it up with a full court press, Emily Hart matched up with Kemia Thomas. She jogs the ball across the timeline. Loose pass corralled by Haley Turman on the steal as she hands it off in the backcourt over to Danae Cox. Gallivants across the logo. Back up top to Cox for Emily Hart. Zips left wing, Preservati, and a feed on the left side for Adrian Goodlett. Back down the baseline for Goodlett. Launches a two, misses back iron. A hard-fought board by Kemia Thomas. Point guard sprinting across midcourt and now slowing it down right on top of the arc as she feeds with one hand over to Rasacia de Graffenreich. 5:05 left to go first half. Rasacia de Graffenreich in trouble. Now a lob down low over to Pierce. Goes up for two and wins the size match with Haley Turman with her second layup. 26-20. Rams trail by 6 points now for the first time in the game. Just pass up top, Preservati feeds left corner, Turman, and another pass to Cox near the top of the arc. Lob down low to Emily Hart, bounces right side as Bluefield has kept it up with these darting passes. Now 10 to shoot, feed over to Emily Hart in a double team now, pivoting her way out of it, and a foul called before there could be a tie-up. That will be the first one on Jada Sleep. Now the first foul of the second quarter on Allen. 4:32 left to go in the first half as now Bluefield will have Hannah Preservati on the left side for an inbounds. Overhead, feeds Cox in the left wing, starts to go inside the perimeter and backs out. Down still on the free throw line, Emily Hart feeds right corner, Adrian Goodlett, her triple, rattles around the 10 and falls through the nylon. Cut that lead in half, which is 26-23 here in the second quarter. 4:15 left to go as now Rasacia de Graffenreich walks the ball across midcourt. Today Cox beats her on the hard defense as de Graffenreich goes elsewhere in the zone. Passes over to Kemia Thomas, steps in for a layup. Foul before that. It will be on Adrian Goodlett, her first, and it's second in the second quarter to halt the clock at 4:04. Back to Graffenreich on the inbounds for someone to pass it to Thomas. Hurricanes miss. Looking for the putback. No good. From Kira Ivy. And now looks like Allen will start up the new offense. Thomas a triple and misses from the left corner. Today Cox wrestling for the rebound. And she will find it after being pushed down and around by Kira Ivy. 3:51, the clock stopped. It's now Bluefield trails by 26-23 with just 3:50 to go in the first half. And the cheerleaders starting to get into it. All synced up on the other end. Yes. Seating the bleachers on the far end of the court. Here's Danae Cox, shoots for three and misses from the left wing. Offensive board, Turman though, hands it off back to Cox. And Bluefield resets. The Rams still looking for some shooting rhythm. They had some in the first quarter, but now it has started to slow down in the second. Preservati no look pass, Goodlett launches a three, right corner miss, tipped out of bounds. Who is it off of? And they will say it went off of the hands of Jada Sleet. And Bluefield will have an inbounds pass on the left side of the basket with a fresh shot clock and 3:20 left to go in the first half. Preservati just launches it out. No one's there. Picked away by Sleet. Layup is good. So that's the best thing that could happen right there for Allen. As it looked like Preservati wanted to launch the ball into the backcourt. No one was there. It's now 28-23. Rams down by 5. Well, Bluefield now taking their time with Preservati, feeds right corner Cox into a double team. Bounces down low. Loose ball rolling near the baseline. And before it could be saved by Allen, the Rams will have an inbounds pass. Kemia Thomas with the effort right there to try to feed that ball in. Now just 12 seconds on the shot clock. Preservati slaps the ball, looking for help. Pops it into Crockett, tipped around and finally hauled in by Thomas. Two hard inbounds passes for Bluefield as Thomas goes into the other side. Pops from 5 feet, and now a charge called. Danae Cox able to draw the offensive foul as Kemia Thomas will go into the books for the first time in the second quarter. Make that the third foul for Allen with 2:47 remaining first half. Now checking back into the game, it will be Sydney Brown. And it looks like Jada Sleet will go to the bench for Allen, getting a hard talking to by Jason James. Meanwhile, Bluefield taking the ball across the timeline. Crockett, the freshman, training the ball around with Preservati. Launches from 3 and sinks it from the top of the key. Crockett getting Bluefield back within 2. It is 28-26. 2:25 remaining in the second quarter. To Grafenreich, crossover dribble, hands off Brown near the top of the arc, and another handoff for Camia Thomas. Chest pass over to Brown, pump fake, enters the lane, swings out top over to Camia Thomas, zigzags down the right side of the paint and passes it up top of the key for Sydney Brown. 7 to shoot. To Grafenreich, toes down the baseline, pumps a shot and misses. Rebound on an ugly one by Danae Cox. Bluefield just down by 2, and a chest pass over to Goodlet. Rams pinballing the ball around into the right corner. Turman with the long range 2, misses, but Goodlet jumped up the air and fought the rebound for Bluefield. Going down the left side, Hannah Preservati feeds an open Cox, arcs a 3, back iron miss, tipped and caught on a rebound by Kira Ivey, but a foul called on Adrian Goodlet. So Goodlet with her second foul, and Autumn Hash looks to check in as well. So Kira Bell-Lanier will sub in for Goodlet, and Turman replaced by Autumn Hash. 28-26, a minute 40 left in the first half. Here in the second quarter, Bluefield in a tight one with Allen, down by just 2. Here at John Hurst Gymnasium. To Grafenreich, taking the ball across midcourt, jogging across that Allen University logo. Here's Thomason to the right wing, right in front of the Bluefield bench. Her pass tipped in the air by Crockett. That ball intended for Pierce down low. Rams moving in transition. Bell-Lanier lost the ball and once again picked away by Camia Thomas. She's been working really hard on the defensive end. To Grafenreich on the other side, pops from the right elbow and drains the 15-footer. Now it is 30-26. Allen leads by 4. A minute 7 remaining first half, and now Bluefield halts a little bit, kind of confused now as Crockett looks for help into the left wing. Out of the double team, feeds Preservati with 58 seconds remaining in the first half. Top of the key, Hash. Chest pass over to Crockett, a pump fake. Bluefield looking for the open shot. Preservati with another fake and a feed in the right corner. 8 to shoot. Bell-Lanier the right block, pops it to Hash. Ugly layup, missed and tipped in the air while it was caught by Sydney Brown. Well, just about a 14-second differential between game clock and shot clock. 65 or 35 seconds remaining in the first half. 30-26. Allen up by 4. Sydney Brown got it on the handoff and walked. And the shot clock will be off with another Rams possession. A whistle and another substitution. Kadeja Kennedy back into the game. Camia Thomas taken out. And the Rams will try to cut this down to a one-possession game, likely on the last possession of the first half. 30-26, a 4-point lead for Allen. Preservati just camping out near the logo. Now passes left corner. A 3 in the corner. Nothing but net from Danae Cox. 30-29 with 12 seconds remaining in the first half. Now to Grafenreich with a crossover dribble. 5 seconds remaining. Grafenreich works her way in the lane, launches a layup, and scores from 10 feet with the buzzer sounding. 32-29. Hard-fought first half for both teams, and the Rams will go into the locker room trailing by 3. Here at halftime of the women's game, Rams down by 3, 32-29. Yellow Jackets on top. Both teams shooting well, though. The Rams shooting at 46%, but unfortunately for Bluefield, that defense not just holding down the Yellow Jackets just yet. Allen is shooting nearly 60% from the field now at 59.1%. And then from beyond the arc, Bluefield is 5 of 11, headed by Danae Cox. Tana Crockett with 7 points as well. And it looks like Danae Cox once again on to another night where she could possibly score over 20 points. On the other end, you knew this Allen University team was going to be deep. Jason James likes to really reach into the bench for his Yellow Jackets team, and looks like he's doing that again tonight. In double figures, Sydney Brown with 10 points. And then behind her, 2 players with 4 points, with Kayla Pierce, who had 2 putbacks in a row, and Rasacia de Graffenright, who hit the floater right there at the end of the first half. Rams still, though, really fighting in this one. Allen has been able to take this game and a lead by 6, while Bluefield has led by as much as 4. The lead has changed 6 times. The score has been tied 5 times. Bluefield College and Allen, both teams that are pretty evenly matched in this one. Got the men's team starting to warm up here. 6 minutes left to go before the second half ensues between Allen and Bluefield. Rams down by 3, 32-29. Ready with the third quarter in just a bit. Ready to start the third quarter. Bluefield trails by 3. It is 32-29, and it looks like that the Rams will start out with the ball going left to right here at John Hurst Gymnasium. Bailey Engel, happy to have you here for this basketball doubleheader in Allen University. Happy to call this game from Columbia, South Carolina. Thanks for listening in on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Emily Hart near the top of the key, feeds Danae Cox, steps in near the left elbow. Another pass out to Bell Lanier, but an offensive foul, or rather a 3-second violation. And now the ball will roll in with Allen going right to left. Camia Thomas gives it back to DeGraffenreich as the Yellow Jackets jog across midcourt, looking to get their second win in a row as Allen University comes into this game at 15-8, 11-7 in the AAC. Bluefield has lost 4 games in a row. Meanwhile, DeGraffenreich launches a long 2, misses from the right wing, and a rebound pulled down by Danae Cox. Her long pass to Hannah Preservati in the right wing, snared on one hand as she starts to jog back towards the Allen logo. Hands off Hart, chest pass to Danae Cox, right wing. Good defense from Johnson as the long 2 is missed near the basket. Tipped around looking for the layup, out of bounds. It will stay with Bluefield as it looked like Sydney Brown tried to lay out to keep that ball alive and couldn't. 10 to shoot, rather. Now it will change to a fresh shot clock for Bluefield. 9:06 remaining third quarter. Hannah Preservati ready to pass the ball in. Slaps it and ready to go. Overheads it over to Adrian Goodlett in the right wing. Pops it back over to Preservati, top of the key. Now 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Preservati feeds Bell Lanier. Charges in the lane, steps into a layup, misses, but fouled on the shot. That's going to be on Kadeja Kennedy, her first foul of the second half. And now Bluefield will have 2 shots for Kiara Bell-Lanier. Interesting to see here what Bell-Lanier does with these 2 free throws, because in those games past against Bryan at the Dome, she airballed them. This time it's too hard, though, as the ball hits off the flange on the back of the iron. As she missed the first free throw, Rams still trailing 32-29. Now it'll be a left-handed free throw shot. Bell-Lanier arcs, and this time the ball clonks around and falls through the nylon to make it 32-30. Rams down by 2. 8:50 remaining in the third quarter. Now here's Camia Thomas, lobs the ball way up in the air, caught by DeGraffenreich. Zips down low to Brown, misses. Rebound on the other side by Craig, looking for the putback and fouled on the left block. Now Craig towering over Bell-Lanier, and now she'll have 2 shots. Still 32-30. The foul's starting to mount up in the third quarter, rather, when we have kind of a quick first half. Now here's Brianna Craig, though, looking for a couple of shots. Eyeing the rim. Craig with a couple of dribbles, shoots and scores. Rings the rim with the sound of that net. Now it makes it 33-30. Clock is stopped at 8:43. Here's Craig eyeing the rim again, chucks it up, and scores on both free throws. Meanwhile, Sydney Brown hit hard into the hard court by Adrian Goodlett. Makes it 34-30. Rams trailing by a double possession deficit. Here's Danae Cox on the right wing. Angles it back top of the key. Bell-Lanier storms in the lane, scoops with a left hand, misses the layup, and Sydney Brown pulled down the rebound for Allen. Bounces it back to DeGraffenreich as she charges in towards the top of the key. Pops it back, Brown. Lob into Craig with one arm. She corralled it in. Into the lane, spins, looks for the shot, and misses. But before that, Kiara Bell-Lanier went down to draw the charge. Now the Bluefield contingent getting pretty excited about that call. 8:17 remaining in the third quarter as the Rams force another turnover. Bell-Lanier just went down to her back hard as Brianna Craig really went into the paint with reckless abandonment. Emily Hart off of a screen, scoops in the lane, misses the layup as the ball is pulled down by Camia Thomas. Here comes Allen in transition. Thomas down the lane, Euro step, misses the layup, but she is fouled on the way there by Danae Cox, who looked like she was trying to draw the charge. So now Camia Thomas will have a couple of shots. 34-30, Allen on top by 4. With the clock stopped at 7:57, Rams trying to make this 4-game losing streak a thing of the past. As Thomas bends the knees, angles her first shot and misses. Well, Craig getting a hard talking to by Jason James on the Allen sideline. Thomas ready to shoot her second. Looks like Kadeja Kennedy will just go back on defense as well as Craig. Thomas arcs the second shot and misses. Tipped out of bounds. No whistle actually as Bluefield keeps the ball alive. Emily Hart on the other end backs out near the left wing and swings it over to Bellanier. Her pass tipped in the air, picked away by Thomas. Racing towards the basket, steps and scores with a layup. Off of the steal, it's now 36-30. A 6-point lead for Allen. That ties their largest lead of the game. Right across midcourt, here's Emily Hart straight into a trap, looking for help. Feeds over to Hannah Preservati. On the right wing, chest pass top of the key, Danae Cox. Another screen for Cox as she goes in towards the left wing. Hands off Hart near the free throw line and pops it back out over to Preservati. 10 to shoot for the Rams. Preservati feeds Cox left wing. Off of the defense, into the lane, steps, scoops with the right arm, and fouled as she couldn't get that layup off. But now she will have likely 2 shots, and they will call it a shooting foul. Yes, so Danae Cox trying to get the ball up there, and that is the 3rd foul on Allen in the second half already. So it'll be 2 shots for Danae Cox. Her first rattles around the tin and falls through the nylon to make it 36-31. Well, Danae Cox, one of the better free throw shooters for Bluefield, now trying to hit both. Shoots the second, and the ball does the exact same thing. Bounces around and falls through the net. 36-32, now down to a 4-point lead. Tipped in the air on the inbounds, picked by Hart. Her layup off the glass and in. Bluefield playing hard on that full court press. It is now 36-34. Just zipping the ball around in the backcourt. Hannah Preservati steps near Thomas. Outlets on the other end for Kennedy. Stumbles in the right wing, almost lost the ball. And now here's Sydney Brown. Returns to Kadeja Kennedy. Her 3, nothing but net on the right wing. As Jason James pumps a fist on the other end, it's back to a 5-point lead for Allen with 6:40 remaining in the third quarter. Preservati trying to kick that intensity up a notch. Find their momentum off of defense as Hannah Preservati carried the ball, palmed it on the right wing as she was trying to veer it back towards the top of the key, carry the ball like a football, and referees did not let that go. So now it is 39-34, fresh possession for Allen. DeGraff and Wright ready to pass the ball in right in front of our scorer's table. 6:30 remaining. Here's Sestra Robinson into the game for the first time in the second half. Here comes Jamie Gibson as well as the ball is picked away by Adrian Goodland. Another turnover as Emily Hart carries the ball in the perimeter. Near the free throw line, zips out right corner, Goodland feeds top of the key. Cox chest pass on the left side for Crockett, and she is pushed as she enters the perimeter. That stops the clock at 6:13, gives a fresh 30 to Bluefield, who trails by 5. 39-34. Already the 4th foul of the third quarter. We are not even half of the way through this third period. So the Rams, next time they're fouled, they will go to the free throw line no matter what as Hart feeds into Adrian Goodlet on the left side. She's pressured hard by Camia Thomas. Goodlet spinning the ball around and just fed it right up top to the sophomore from Independence, Virginia. Grew up near Oak Hill Academy. Emily Hart as she corrals the ball to the top of the key. Hands off Crockett. Now 13 to shoot. Danae Cox veers left off of a screen. Zips top of the key to Goodlet. Launches a 3. Too hard, and the ball bounces into the hands of the Allen point guard Robinson. 5:45 left to go third quarter. Robinson zigzags her way in the lane. Steps back. Now goes back down the paint. Chest pass on the right side to DeGraff and Wright, and underhands it right back to Robinson in the corner. Robinson decides to take a 3. Misses ugly as now Sydney Brown was draped over the back of Emily Hart. That will be a foul on Allen. Got to see if that's an offensive foul, because that is the team's 5th foul in the third quarter. And now Bluefield will have 2 shots for Emily Hart. So Emily Hart will shoot 2. They're just trying to make sure they get all of this right. Autumn Hash was ready to go into the game, but now had to be taken off onto the sideline as Corey Mullins and her smile about that exchange. Here's Hart at the free throw line. Well, the sophomore from Independence, Virginia. Got a reading done on the long ride down today, as well as Brittany Holman checking into the game for the first time. So Emily Hart shoots with the right hand and swishes. 39-35. Rams down by 4 now. The clock is stopped at 5:33. Hash into the game. Holman checking in as well as Adrian Goodlet steps off. And Kiara Bellanier is wondering who the substitute is for. because the Rams now have 6 players on the floor. Crockett taking off and going on to the sideline. After they have that all situated, Emily Hart just about ready to take her second free throw. So Holman brought on as a mid-range shooter for Bluefield. Second shot, nothing but net for Emily Hart. And now it is a 3-point game again. 39-36, 5.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. DeGraff and Wright starting to feel that Bluefield pressure. Sester Robinson zigzagging her way to the left elbow. One arm pass down low, and the shot falls for Jamia Gibson with the foul. Looked like Emily Hart pushed her down, or rather, that will be a foul on Brittany Holman, her first of the game, and a team's third foul in the third quarter. So we saw a pretty clean played first half, and now Jamia Gibson trying to complete the and one. As the score stands right now, it is 41-36. Gibson bends the knee, shoots, and scores as the ball bounces around and falls through the net. 42-36, and just like that, once again, it's a 6-point game. Emily Hart taking the ball across midcourt, really working as the team's point guard now with Hannah Preservati on the bench. Into the right wing, Brittany Holman zips top of the key to Cox. Lob over to Autumn Hash, feeds back to Holman. Step back three, back iron, miss. DeGraff and Wright wrestling for the ball, spinning the ball away from Emily Hart. Here's DeGraff and Wright, no arm pass over to Camia Thomas. Her shot miss from the right corner, and Bluefield will try to slow it down after Corey Mullins is calling in a new offense. 4:45 left to go in the third quarter as Emily Hart jogs on the left side and pops it over to Danae Cox. Well, Cox smiling. Bluefield has no looks down low. Bounce on the right side for Emily Hart onto the corner, looking for help, and a whistle. And it's an offensive foul, a moving screen on Kiera Bellanier.
Let's go.
So that is the team's fourth foul in the third quarter. And now for Belle Lanier, that's another foul on the senior. Make that her second. Gotta watch out for Adrian Goodlett, though. She already has 3 fouls. 4.5 minutes left to go, third quarter, as Allen University is starting to get into it here, packing the gym. The men's game coming up right around 7:30. Sester Robinson jogging into the far wing as she launches a pass out of bounds, trying to lob it cross court with one arm and just sent it near her head coach on the opposite end. 4:18 left to go, third quarter. Bluefield trailing by 6. Well, the Rams really have been down by 6 at multiple points in this game, but have found ways to fight right back into it. As Emily Hart backs up towards the top of the arc and passes right wing to Crockett. Pops right corner over to Hart. Going in towards the perimeter, zips it top of the key to Cox. Her pass tipped in the air and picked away by Thomas. On the other end, Thomas fouled hard by Emily Hart as she entered the front court. Emily Hart now with 2 fouls. And now it will be 2 shots, as that was Bluefield's 5th foul of the third quarter. Stops the clock at 3:55. And that defensive intensity still there for Bluefield. It has been hard for Allen to hit those open shots as they did in the first half. I mean, the Yellow Jackets shot around 59% in that first half as Thomas sinks the first free throw to give Allen their largest lead of the game at 43-36. Buzzer sounds, Hannah Preservati back into the game, and Emily Hart taking off. Looks like Thomas will try to shoot her second. Shoots and sinks both. 44-36, 8-point deficit the Rams have climbed into here. Hannah Preservati trying to cut that down. Bluefield in a bit of a scoring drought. Into the right wing. Here's Brittany Holman. One-arm lob over to Preservati as she saved it off of hard defense from Letitia Brown. Preservati with possession once again near the right wing and hands it off over to Danae Cox. Pass on the left baseline. Autumn Hash drills the mid-range from about 10 feet on the left baseline. Makes it now 44-38. The Rams trailing by 6. 3:20 remaining. Third quarter. Bluefield setting up in a zone on the other end of the floor as Allen takes the ball right to left. Back up top, Letitia Brown hands off Gibson, left wing. Now back up top. New player now in. It's Anika Galindo as she misses from the left wing. Her 3 no good. Bluefield with a chance to come back here as Crockett fights her way across the timeline. Zips over Danae Cox in the right wing. Lobs it left side over to Preservati. No look past Cox. Launches a 3. Good from the right wing. Danae Cox getting Bluefield back into it as the Rams trail by 3. 44-41. Yellow Jackets on top. 5 straight points for the Rams as Galindo is now in for Allen. Gibson decides to take a three. Misses as Crockett bounced that rebound into her hands. Boxed out in the lane and able to fight for the board. A lob into the free throw line for Crockett. Steps a pass out to Holman. She's short on the three from the right wing. 2:20 remaining in the third quarter. Letitia Brown zips it left corner. A three for Allen. Missed on the other end by Galindo. Loose ball corralled by Camia Thomas, though, and launched into the right wing for Sestra Robinson. 2:10 left to go. Robinson feeds Letitia Brown in the right elbow. Steps in the lane, pops from 5, and misses with a left hand. Galindo, though, fought for the rebound as now Allen fights for another board. Gibson with the floater. Misses from 5. Tipped in the air. Another board. Brown missed on the putback, and Bluefield finally won a defensive battle as the rebound was finally corralled by Danae Cox. 1:49 remaining third quarter. Rams looking to cut down that offensive prowess Allen had in the first half. Luckily they have, but unfortunately the Yellow Jackets have fought hard on the other end trying to keep Bluefield down. 1:35 left to go in the third quarter. Danae Cox on the left wing. Feeds Crockett top of the key. 5 to shoot. Preservati puts the ball on the deck. Bounces into Cox at the buzzer from 10. Nails it on the mid-range shot, and Bluefield able to work the entire shot clock, and they have cut the lead down to 1 point. 7-0 run for Bluefield, 44-43. Robinson walking the ball in towards the right wing. The far one parked in front of the cheerleaders here at John Hurst Gymnasium. Robinson off a screen, goes down the baseline, a foul called, and it will be on Bluefield. Looks like Jamia Gibson hit the ground hard. Holman pushed into the forward, and it'll be the second foul on her. And Gibson will go to the line with 2 shots. 44-43, Rams trailing by just 1. Still, though, a 7-0 run for the Rams, fighting their way back into this one. Gibson, with 1:02 remaining, shoots the first of 2 free throws and sinks it. Buzzer sounds. Gibson, or rather Patrice Dotson, into the game, as well as Haley Turman for Bluefield. Holman taken off, Adrian Goodlett right back in. So 1:02 remaining. Here's Gibson ready to shoot her second. Jada Sleet also checking in for Allen. Both teams in the bonus with 1:02 left to go in the third quarter. Should be an interesting fourth quarter at that. Gibson from the free throw line, eyes the rim, shoots, misses as the ball bounces into the right block, and it's picked away by Hannah Preservati. Into a double team goes Preservati. Passes up towards the timeline for Danae Cox. Stumbled out of the pass. Now Bluefield in transition. Here's Crockett in the right corner, and Bluefield is slowing it down with 50 seconds remaining in the period. 14 to shoot. Preservati feeds Crockett. Now back to Preservati on the left wing. Back over to Crockett. Chest pass right corner. Danae Cox. 5 to shoot. Crockett feeds Preservati near the top of the key. Back over to Crockett. Steps into a long 2. Misses as the ball is fought for by Haley Turman. Rolling in the corner. It will go to Allen with 29 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Now the Rams kicking up the full court pressure with a shot clock off. Robinson, cross-court lob, feeds over to Patrice Dotson. Chest pass to Brown. Her pass kicked as it was intended for, it looked like Gibson on the other end. It was kicked by Brittany Holman, or rather Haley Turman. 19 seconds remaining. Chucked into the air, going across midcourt. It'll be picked up by Jada Sleet. 17 seconds remaining in the quarter. Sleet looking at her coach, Jason James, and now she's just halted right in front of our scorer's table. Clock down to 8. Adrian Goodlett on the defense. Sleet zigzagging her way in the perimeter. Spins, shoots, and somehow got that shot off, but Bluefield able to chuck it down the other way and misses as the shot did not fall. 45-43, Allen on top by 2, headed to the fourth quarter here in Columbia, South Carolina. Rams trying to fight for revenge here in an AAC matchup. Rams down by just 2 as we enter the fourth quarter here at John Hurst Gymnasium. Allen on top 45-43 as Bluefield is still holding the Yellow Jackets to fight in this one. Bluefield still shooting right around 46%. Near the top of the key, Rams trying to fight hard as Gibson pops it in the right block for Letitia Brown. Now stepping into the lane, hard stop, scoops with the left hand and misses. Crockett fought for the rebound. Here comes the Rams though. 9:35, fourth quarter. Hannah Preservati jogging the ball across midcourt and jogging into the left wing. Now the Rams still trying to fight back. They are shooting 6 of 15 from beyond the arc after they hit 5 in the first half. Preservati zips over to Crockett into the right wing, feeds Preservati, pops it over to Danae Cox, lob in the left block. Turman steps for a layup and misses the hook shot, got her own rebound and hit it on the putback, or rather that was Adrian Goodlett to tie the game up. It is 45-45. Allen led by 8 in this one. Now the Rams are fighting back on a 9-1 run here. Top of the key, here's Dotson, launches a 3, misses. Ball tipped and rebounded by Adrian Goodlett as she somehow found the way to get it back into Crockett. On the other end, here's Danae Cox zigzagging through the defense and passes right wing over to Tiana Crockett. 8:40 remaining in the game. Here's Preservati, doesn't like what she sees down low as Bluefield is working the ball around the arc. Cross court lob, Preservati into the left wing, 9 to shoot, feeds down low, looking for the layup. It falls for Adrian Goodlett with a foul. Rams have the lead 47-45 and can make it a 3-point deficit as Goodlett is able to hit this shot here. 8:29 remaining. Oh, Goodlett in a bit of foul trouble though for Bluefield, as is Danae Cox with 17 points. Danae Cox with 2 fouls as Goodlett also has 3. 8:29. Goodlett at the free throw line now trying to make it a 3-point game. Bluefield has led by as much as 4 in the first half. Goodlett makes the free throw. The ball bounced around and fell through the net. Rams on the full court press now as Sestra Robinson splits the defense. Lob in the air, tipped in, caught by Sleet. Into the lane, steps and fouled as she slipped up in the lane by Haley Turman. So now that's the first foul of the fourth quarter for Bluefield and for Haley Turman. Now the sophomore has her first foul as well. 48-45. It'll be 2 shots for Jada Sleet. Now Sleet going to the line already has 2 points. It's her first trip to the free throw line today. She shoots and scores to make it a 2-point game once again. 47, or rather, it is 48-46. Second shot for Sleet goes through. 48-47, a 1-point game as now Hannah Preservati tries to get across this midcourt press. Jogging across the midcourt line, Preservati pressured by Patrice Dotson. Haley Turman feeds top of the key to Goodlett, now on the right wing to Preservati. Backs her way out of the perimeter with 15 to shoot. Well, the West Virginia native looking for help. Now has to pivot it out over to Crockett. Into the lane, bounce pass right side. Turman launches from mid-range, air ball, and corralled on the other end by Jada Sleet. 7:50 to go, and Allen down by just 1. Bluefield up 48-47. Into the right wing, here's a Sestra Robinson. Good defense from Danae Cox. One arm pass to Thomas in the corner. Here's top of the key from the free throw line. She shoots and scores. Lead back to 1 for Allen, 49-48. Now Hannah Preservati looking for an answer. It seems like every time Bluefield has a shot, looks like the Yellow Jackets have been able to answer. Lob down low. Haley Turman pulls around and on the spin hits the hook shot to give Bluefield the lead once again. 50-49. Rams on top by 1. Jogging the ball across midcourt. Right to left goes Allen as Jada Sleet, the point guard, working now with the Sestra Robinson. Hands off right wing, Camia Thomas with 16 to shoot. Backing in the lane. Passes out over to Straw as she scores on a hard-fought layup to give Allen the lead right back, 51-50. Another lead change in this one. Here's Danae Cox storming across midcourt. Now with no help, pops it back out of the double team on the logo for Hannah Preservati. Preservati matched up with Jada Sleet, or rather that's Patrice Dotson. Feeds over to Crockett on the left block, spins out, now feeds in the left wing for Danae Cox. Off a Turman screen near the top of the key. 7 to shoot, steps for a layup, and before she was able to shoot, walked in the lane. So the referee blows the whistle, and now a turnover called. 51-50, Allen up by 1. You got to remember, back in November, Bluefield lost this game by 1 as well. Now Allen will get the ball back. Emily Hart as well as Kiera Bell-Lanier into the game again. Hart with 4 points, and Bell-Lanier has been able to notch 5 in this one, but she does have 3 fouls. Emily Hart has 2. Cross-court lob over to Sester Robinson, bouncing into the left wing for Patrice Dotson. With 6:18 remaining, Allen has been able to fight through small Bluefield leads. Here's Robinson storming in the lane, but fouled on her way there. It'll just be the second foul for Bluefield, and that will be called on, it looks like, Adrian Goodland. That'll be her 4th foul. Jada Sleep bounces in the right wing for Thomas and zips it back top of the key. Sester Robinson. Robinson knows how to meander through the Bluefield defense. Lob in the right block. Tipped in the air by Bell-Lanier, but snagged by Dotson on the left side of the basket. Saves the possession to give it right back to Sleep. Lob down low to Winter Straw. Going for the layup and fouled by Kiera Bell-Lanier. So that was a dangerous pass from Sleep. Straw able to win in the size battle. Went up for 2 and hacked by Bell-Lanier. Now Bell-Lanier has 4 fouls. 5:55 left to go, 4th quarter. And it is 51-50. Shot for Straw, hits the front end of the rim and falls through to make it a 2-point lead once again for Allen, 52-50. The Rams have to get back on the other end and get some offense going. Straw misses the front of the shot, and now a rebound pulled by Bell-Lanier. Here's Hannah Preservati jogging across midcourt. 5:46 left to go in the game as Bluefield is down by 2, trying to fight back and end this 4-game losing streak. Loose ball into the right wing, wrestling for the tie-up, and now the Rams will keep the ball. Autumn Hash into the game. Bell-Lanier taken off, who has 4 fouls. Going right back in, Autumn Hash. She hit a shot just moments ago. Here's Emily Hart with an inbounds pass right in front of the Bluefield bench. Feeds it into Preservati. Good defense from Patrice Dotson for Allen. Preservati down the lane, carries for the layup and fouled, but the shot did not fall. 5:31 is the game clock, and now Preservati will have her first chance from the charity stripe in this game. Meanwhile, Preservati just has 3 points. She is 1 of 3 from the field. Her shot, nothing but net for the senior. Makes it a 1-point game again, 52-51. Autumn Hash parked on the other end of the floor on the Bluefield defense. Here's Preservati, shoots and scores. Ties the game up at 52-52. Rams fought back for another tie. Another full court press as Emily Hart is on Camia Thomas. Feeds over to Robinson. One-arm baseball pass over to Dotson. Tipped in the air, and it will go back to Bluefield. Hannah Preservati tipped it. Dotson couldn't keep it, and Bluefield will have an inbounds pass right in front of the Yellow Jackets bench with 5:20 remaining in the game. Tied up at 52-52. Buzzer sounds for Sasha DeGraffin right back in. Robinson, after a couple of bad passes, out of the game. 5:20 left to go. DeGraffin right and Patrice Dotson are just anchored near that midcourt line looking for the press. Here's Hannah Preservati matched up with Dotson. Passes left wing over to Emily Hart. Off a Hash screen, zips right wing Preservati. Her pass intended for Hash, tipped in the air by Patrice Dotson, and it will stay with Bluefield after the ball bounced under the basket out of bounds. So Hannah Preservati will have the inbounds with 5:07 remaining in the game. Here's Preservati, ball over her head, looking for someone to pass it to. Feeds it into Emily Hart, steps into a layup, and clocks it through from the left block. Rams have the lead again, 54-52. DeGraffin right, feeds Dotson, who chucks it on the right side over to Camia Thomas. Jogs near midcourt, pops from the free throw line, and scores. Tied game again, 54-54. Here's Emily Hart, a sophomore, really starting to trade the blows with Allen. She just scored for Bluefield, and then Camia Thomas went on the other end and got the mid-range to fall. It is 54-54. Goodlet pops it over to Preservati. Zips top of the key. Cox, left wing. Emily Hart feeds back up to Goodlet. Bounce down low to Autumn Hash, who missed the layup with the right hand. and then fouled Winter Straw on the rebounding effort. So Autumn Hash, that is her third foul, and make that the fourth foul for Bluefield in the fourth quarter. That stops the clock at 4:23. Bluefield still knocking on the press. Camia Thomas near that Allen logo gets the ball across midcourt into the front court for Allen. Zigzags towards the free throw line and lobs it right wing to Grafenreich. Underhands to Dotson. Lob down on the right block for Winter Straw. Now a kick out on the left side. Jada Sleet going for the layup. Missed from the left block. Still fighting for the rebound. Adrian Goodlet got it and drew a foul on Jada Sleet for Allen. That'll be the third foul on Allen in the fourth quarter, and for Jada Sleet, make that her first of the game. Autumn Hash taken right back out. And now Bluefield goes back with Bell Lanier on the other end of the floor. Rams haven't been able to win the down-low battle. And now with Pierce back into the game for Allen, could be a little bit tougher as Bell Lanier is just about an inch shorter than her. Emily Hart, her pass tipped out of bounds by Camia Thomas and rolling right near our scorer's table here with 3:55 remaining in the game. Still tied up 54-54. So Emily Hart has the ball right in front of that Bluefield bench. The Rams have lost 4 games in a row. Hannah Presservati jumps to get the inbounds pass near the logo. Veering her way towards the right, angles back left and passes to Bell Lanier. She steps in the lane and is fouled immediately. That foul will be called on Pierce and make that the fourth foul for Allen. And for Pierce, the forward with now her first foul. So Bluefield will have 2 shots coming up on the next foul as Presservati gets the inbounds from Emily Hart. 3:40 left to go. Bluefield all tied up 54-54 on the road. Emily Hart veers inside the lane, kicks out Danae Cox in the left wing. Looking for help, now pivots into the lane, bumps in for a layup, misses as no foul was called. Here comes Jada Sleet right across midcourt and now feeds down low to Pierce. Shoots the layup and misses but fouled from the left block. That foul called on Adrian Goodlet. And it looks like for Goodlet, that is her fourth foul. So here's Pierce trying to give Allen the lead, all tied up at 54-54. Takes an ugly free throw shot and misses as the ball bounces onto the right rim. And now Corey Mullins will call a timeout. 3:22 remaining in the game. Rams tied up here. A big AAC matchup here at Allen University, 54-54. Could be a classic here in Columbia, South Carolina. The Rams have fought back from an 8-point deficit in the second half and have been able to tie it up. But here is Pierce looking for her second free throw. Missed the first one with 3:22 remaining. Second shot goes. And now the lead is one for Allen, 55-54. Inbounds pass to Emily Hart, moving fast in transition, straight in front of her Bluefield bench. And the right wing now needs help. Steps in towards the lane. Zips out left side. Bell Lanier toes down the baseline. Now retreats it back out to Presservati. Passes Emily Hart. Underhands it back to Adrian Goodlet. Feeds Presservati. Launches a 3. Sinks it from the left wing. And Bluefield takes a 2-point lead after the West Virginia native makes it 57-55. 2:55 remaining in the game. Camia Thomas looking to answer for Allen. Steps back. Takes a 3 from the corner and misses. Rebound Adrian Goodlet. Fighting her way over to Hannah Presservati, who underhands it over to Danae Cox. Outlets Hart, left wing. Now Bluefield takes a step back with 2:38 remaining in the game. Presservati underhands Bell Lanier, storms down the baseline. Layup, no good. Fought for the putback and gets it to fall with the foul. The and one for the Verona native gives Bluefield the 4-point lead. 59-55. And now a chance to make it 5, and she does. Largest lead for Bluefield, 60-55 here in a crucial road contest. Allen with just 2:20 to try to come back in this one. Up towards the top of the key to Grafenright. Has to veer right to hand it off to Jada Sleep. Bluefield in its own defense, looking for that defensive pressure to really dwell their energy from. Lob down low to Pierce, and the ball tipped out of bounds, but before that, a foul called on Adrian Goodlett, and that will be Goodlett's final foul of the game. It'll be 2 shots for Pierce. 2:09 remaining. And now Goodlett, reminded by the referees, that is her final foul, and she we're just trying to get everything together. Bluefield kind of taken by surprise that Adrian Goodlett is out of the game. And now Corey Mullins asking, who do we need to put in? They throw in Tiana Crockett, the freshman. 60-55, 2:09 remaining in the game, as Pierce will now shoot a free throw, her second. Her free throw, good. And rather, that was her first one, makes it 60-56. Rams still up by 4. We're just trying to clarify this with the scorer's table here. 60-56. Rams lead by 4. Letitia Brown looking to enter the game for Allen. Here's Pierce from the free throw line, trying to make it a 3-point game. Bends the knees, shoots, and scores. 60-57, Letitia Brown back in. Pierce taken off. Emily Hart from the left side of the basket will try to get through this Allen full court press. Dances down the baseline and feeds it in to Hannah Preservati. Pops back to Hart as now Bluefield has an open lane to the basket. Emily Hart steps back and retreats into the corner with 2 minutes left to go. Emily Hart gives it right back to Preservati. Veers down the lane, splits the defense, swings out Crockett right corner. Crockett feeds Bell Lanier, storming in the paint again and fouled on her way there. That'll be 2 shots for Kiera Bell Lanier after the foul is called on Letitia Brown. So for Letitia Brown, that is her first foul. And now Bell Lanier with a couple of crucial free throws. 60-57. Rams on top by 3. Her shot, good. 61-57. And for Bluefield, they have not found a lot of confidence in the free throw abilities of Kiera Bell Lanier. Now trying to build some. Left-handed shooter, this time hits both. 62-57 after the ball bounced off of the back iron and fell through. 1:46 left to go in the game. Here's Thomas fouled as she crossed midcourt on Crockett. And now Corey Mullins telling his team to just think here, because that automatically sends Allen to the line. Both teams in the bonus. Now Thomas with a chance to cut this down to a 3-point game once again. Largest lead of the game for Bluefield, 5 points. And what a time to have that with 1:44 left. Thomas shoots and scores on the front end of 2 shots to make it 62-58. Clock has stopped at 1:44. Now this Jim really ready to give Bluefield a run for it here as Thomas hits both. Timeout called by Jason James, 62-59, 1:44 left to go. Bluefield trying to hold on to end the 4-game losing streak here in South Carolina. Rams back out onto the floor, 62-59. They lead by 3 with 1:54 left to go in the game. Bellanier trying to get the inbounds pass in, bounce it into Danae Cox, wrestling for it on the steal. Camia Thomas lays down on the baseline, and now Allen. Did she get a timeout before that? No, she did not. Jason James was trying to get that timeout off, and now Bluefield will have an inbounds chance again after Bellanier had that dangerous bounce pass to Danae Cox. 62-59, Rams up by 3. Now Bellanier is pressured by Letitia Brown on the pass. Tries to move down the baseline, looking for someone to pass it to, and bounces it in to Hannah Preservati. Allen thought she stepped out of bounds. Loose pass, tipped out of bounds by Crockett. And now Allen kicking up that full court pressure, gets the ball right back with 1:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Sydney Brown checks in for Letitia Brown, and now trading in with a little bit more offensive prowess as DeGraffenreich Wright chucks the ball near midcourt for Camia Thomas. 1.5 remaining. Thomas with the layup, scores off of the right block. Timeout Jason James, and just like that, it's once again a 1-point game. 62-61 with 1:28 remaining. Bailey Engel here. It's been fun in Columbia, South Carolina. The Rams trying to end this 4-game losing streak, while Allen has now trying to string a couple games in a row on their own after winning against Milligan. Bluefield has led by as much as 5. Just moments ago, it was 62-57, but Allen able to score 2 straight shots, and now trying to make it a lead again for the Yellow Jackets. 62-61. Rams up by just 1 point. And now Allen will get the ball, or rather Bluefield will get the ball back after the timeout was called. Allen looking to pressure off the inbounds. Bluefield has struggled at times this season to get the ball across midcourt. Now is definitely the wrong time to do it. Emily Hart veering down the baseline, lobs it up to Danae Cox, snags it down, immediately pushed, and it will be a foul on Allen. A foul called on Camia Thomas, who fouled Danae Cox. Cox had to sell it a little bit after she jumped straight up in the air, trying to get that one. And now Danae Cox with a crucial couple of free throws to try to make this a 3-point game with 1:26 left to go. Rams have no rebounders down low. They're all back across the other side of the court. Cox is 2 for 2 from the line and make it 3 for 3 as she hits that free throw. 63-61, 2-point game, the Rams on top. Crucial chance to try to win this one as Danae Cox follows through and scores with his second free throw. Hits them both at 64-61. 1:26 remaining. Corey Mullins calling for a hard defense. Looks like the Rams won't go with a full court press. The ball now rolled for Camia Thomas, picks it right up in front of that Bluefield bench. Rams up by 3. 1:20 remaining. Thomas steps back and now enters the lane, going for the layup and fouled. She missed the shot, but will now have 2 shots from the charity stripe. So once again, Bluefield can't refrain from fouling. A dangerous time to kick up that practice. 1:17 left to go as Thomas shoots and scores on her first free throw. 64-62. Letitia Brown subs for Sydney Brown. Comes back in. Camia Thomas trying to cut this down to a 1-point game. Thomas chucks it up and scores on both free throws. 64-63. Looks like Bluefield still will have trouble getting this ball in. Feed into Danae Cox out of a double team. Starts to step back towards the baseline and pops it over to Emily Hart. Crosses the timeline. Jump stop and feeds it over to Hannah Preservati. 1:05 remaining as Bluefield leads by just 1. Here's Hannah Preservati from the top of the key. Feeds left wing Emily Hart. Veering around the arc. Now 12 to shoot. Preservati in the left wing. Good defense from DeGraffenreich. Off the screen from the left wing. Needs help. Zips down low to Crockett. Layup good. Bluefield with a crucial possession. Timeout called by Allen. Now with 49 seconds, Bluefield leads by 3. 66-63. Rather, the timeout called by Corey Mullins as he wants to set up a new defense here with 49 seconds. But what a clutch possession for Bluefield. Looked like they were in trouble in the left wing. Preservati with a hard pass down low to Crockett, and then she was able to hit that layup to give the Rams a 66-63 lead. Now both teams in the bonus with a foul, but the Rams really trying to hold here. Allen, a team that likes to score fast, they're probably going to give the ball to one of their stars, and right now in the second half, that has been Camia Thomas. Rams still trying to fight on this defensive possession, but Allen, they let this game get away from them in the second half. They led by as much as 8. Bluefield able to fight back, get the lead, and they've led by as much as 5 in the fourth quarter with about a minute and a half to go. Fast forward to now, 49 seconds remaining in this game, and Bluefield will have to really pressure this long possession by Allen. And Allen has not hit a 3 in the third quarter or the fourth quarter. The entire second half. Now the Rams looking for maybe their biggest offensive stance of the game. 49 seconds left to go. 66-63. Inbounds pass poked away by Danae Cox, and it will stay with Allen here as they will inbounds from the corner. Now Camia Thomas looking to inbounds the pass in. Bounces it in to DeGraffenreich. 45 seconds remaining. DeGraffenreich jogs across midcourt. Feed in the right corner. 3 for Brown. Misses. The rebound still loose. And finally picked up by Bellinier. Here comes Hannah Preservati right across midcourt. Camping out in the left wing, and she is fouled. Allen had 4 players on her, pushing her down, and Bluefield now with confidence here. That'll be a foul called. It looks like on Allen's DeGraffenreich. 31 seconds. And a chance to possibly seal it here. Hannah Preservati hit both of her free throws in this game. Shoots and sinks it to make it a 4-point contest. 67-63. And remember, only 31 seconds remaining in this game. Preservati bends the knees, shoots, misses the second, and now a rebound for Camia Thomas. 67-63, 27 seconds. Here's a shot. 3 from the right corner. Miss for Jada Sleet. Rebound, Bellinier swings it back to Crockett, and she's immediately fouled by Jada Sleet. Sleet rushed that 3, and now Bluefield with the shot clock off will have 2 free throws courtesy of the freshman. It's already a 4-point lead for the Rams, and if she's able to hit one of these, if not both, really, that would seal it up for Bluefield with just 20 seconds left to go, trying to end that 4-game losing streak and get revenge from a 1-point loss against Allen back at the Dome in November. Now Crockett arcs up the free throw and misses as the ball bounces around and knocks off of the window to fall on the right side. Bluefield with Danae Cox and Hannah Preservati down low, trying to rebound this one. A couple of bounces for Crockett, and the shot goes for Crockett. Timeout called by Jason James. Bluefield leads by 5 with 20 seconds remaining. Have to see what Allen can try to draw up here. Bluefield, though, down by as much as 8 in the second half, finding a way to get the lead. They're up by 5 now. What a game for Bluefield. And the Rams, with a losing record, they are now at 10-11. If they're able to hold on for these next 20 seconds, they'll be back to 500 and just a game under 500 in the conference. Meanwhile, for Allen, coming into this game off of a win against Milligan, they won by 10 in Johnson City. They are now at 15-8 and 11-7, likely to be 11-8 and 15-9, barring a huge comeback here. Down by 5, 20 seconds remain. They're going to have to go down on the other end, start something fast in transition. Now Jason James breaks the huddle of his team. Well, James also the sports information director here. A lot on his plate, but right now just trying to seal this one up. DeGraffenreich on the far end, zips it into Sydney Brown, steps back and lobs into the corner, tips it back over to DeGraffenreich. Bluefield with good pressure. Now a 3 for Dotson from the right wing. She missed, tipped around, loose ball, and a foul called on Allen as it looked like Sydney Brown was draped over the back of Bluefield's rebounders. And with 10 seconds left, I think that's going to do it. It'll be 2 shots for Bluefield, and it looks like Crockett will now have another chance to try to seal this one. What a hard-fought second half for Bluefield, and what you saw in the past couple of games where they might have started out hot in the first half and then really dwindled off, that didn't happen in this one. Bluefield able to fight hard in the second half to win in this game as Crockett shoots and misses. on the front end of 2 shots as the ball bounced off the front of the rim. Just 10 seconds left to 2-possession game, 68-63. Now the freshman eyeing the rim, bends the knees, launches, and this time scores to make it 69-63. Another timeout called for Allen. And now Bluefield huddling up, likely to be their victory huddle as they are up by 6 points here, 69-63. Allen has not been able to get it done from beyond the arc. They have not hit a 3 in the 4th quarter, and Bluefield has been able to fight. You saw the tenacity for the Rams in this game, especially in the second half when they were down by 8. They didn't give up, and that's exactly what Corey Mullins wanted out of this team. That energy wasn't there in the losses to Montreat, Brunel, or you didn't really see it against Bryan in the second half. It's been a complete game for Bluefield, and it now looks like to Grafenright will inbounds the ball from the far end of the floor. All the Yellow Jackets fans starting to pile in here. Bluefield right back out onto the court. 69-63, 10 seconds left to go. The Grafenright slaps the ball, ready to chuck it in. Does so to Camia Thomas. Now 8 seconds. Thomas out of a double team. Launches a 3 and sinks it. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. And now, once again, it is a 3-point game. 69-66. And now Corey Mullins will have to draw up what he wants out of this. Allen, if they are able to pressure off the inbounds, it could be trouble for the Rams. But now Bluefield with a chance trying to feed this ball back in. Corey Mullins talking with his team, making sure they're calm. As now Bluefield, all they have to do is make sure that the ball gets inbounds in, maybe hit 1 free throw, and that is it. So onto the floor, Hannah Preservati, Danae Cox, Crockett, and Bellinier, joined by Hart. If you're Bluefield, you'll likely want to pass it into Danae Cox or Hannah Preservati, but Deanna Crockett has also hit some free throws. 69-66. The passer will be Emily Hart. And they will advance the ball up on the other side. So Bluefield, after taking a full timeout, Bluefield will have it on the other end. So that is a very good idea for Corey Mullins to advance the ball up near his own bench rather than possibly struggling with that inbounds pass. It's only 69-66, 5 seconds remaining. Allen back out onto the floor. Bluefield will likely only need 1 more free throw to seal this game. It is 5 seconds, or there are 5 seconds left. Thanks for joining us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. It's been a complete game for Bluefield. Now just 5 seconds away from ending that losing streak. Allen onto the floor with open dismay here, wondering what happened into this game. And still for the Yellow Jackets, they fought hard in this one, but it looks like Bluefield has been able to just toughen this second half out. Can't stress it enough, folks. The Yellow Jackets led by 8 at one point in the second half, and Bluefield was able to fight back. Now to inbounds, it will be Tiana Crockett. Allen hoping for a steal here. Now Crockett ready to launch this ball in. Whistle blows. Crockett off the pressure, zips it in to Hannah Preservati. She's immediately fouled by Jada Sleet with 4 seconds left to go. Only 1 second elapsed there. Preservati has been perfect from the charity stripe in this game. 69-66 with 4 seconds left to go. Rams are trying to seal the deal. Preservati eyes the rim, shoots, and scores. Likely to be the ball game there. 67, or rather make it 70-66. So that will probably do it. Hannah Preservati shoots the second and hits it again for good measures. 71-66. Here comes Allen on the other end. Sleet chucks it at the buzzer and misses. 71-66. Rams end that 4-game losing streak, and Bluefield able to get a big win on the road against Allen. What a game for the Rams. Down by 8 in the second half, able to fight back and get the win to improve now to 11-11, 8-9 on the year in the AAC. Fortunately for Allen, they fall to 15-9 and 11-8. Great game as Bluefield is able to get revenge from that loss earlier on in the season. 71-66, Rams win it. And we got the men's game in just about 20 minutes here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.